Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right, I'm sorry, I was learning how to work this for a second.
I'm pleased to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too. I'm Angelis.
My name is Ludia, and I'm the assistant to Mr. Casey, and I'll be your interviewer for today. So, before I start this meeting, I would like to inform you that it's being recorded so that I can send it to the director and the entire team for quality purposes. Is that okay with you?
That's fine with me.
Thank you. What's your name?
My name is Angelis Serrano.
What's your date of birth?
2/24/95.
I think you're having issues with your sound.
Okay, hello.
Hello.
Okay, I'm sorry about that.
Not a problem. Oh, you just started. I think you'll have to continue. So, what's your name?
My name is Angelis Serrano,
Oh, what's your date of birth?
2/24/95
Where do you live?
in Wilmington, Delaware.
Full address, please.
Oh, 301 Delamore Place, Wilmington, Delaware, 19805.
Thank you. Do you own transportation?
Yes, I have my own transportation.
Do you have any certifications that are relevant to this job that you should know about?
I don't have certificate, but I've been doing it for like 2 or 3 years now.
Okay. What hours are you available to work?
Anytime from 9 to 6.
Every day?
Yep, and every other weekend.
Sorry?
And every other weekend.
Okay, thank you. How soon can you start?
I spoke to Casey. He was talking about Friday. But I was gonna honestly try to start like maybe like a Monday or something.
Okay, thank you. When was the last fingerprint with the SBI?
3 weeks ago.
All right. Can you pass a drug test?
Yes, I can.
Can you pass a physical examination?
Yes.
Thank you. And how did you hear about this position?
Through my client, Tracy.
Okay. What do you know about the company?
I know that it's a caregiver job, that you guys don't require like your own transportation, just a way to get to the clients. I also know that you guys are about like a 4-star rating. And you guys have been around for like a few years that I've seen online.
Okay. And why do you want this job?
Honestly, I would like a job that is like not like the one that I currently have. Something that's like more suitable and actually like fulfills the job and makes you feel like you're doing something.
Okay. And why should we hire you?
Why should you hire me?
Yes.
Um, I'm very easy to get along with. I'm an outgoing person. I am able to multitask. I own my own transportation. I'm dependable. I'm independent. And I'm a fast learner.
Wow. What do you consider to be your biggest weakness?
What do I consider to be my biggest food? Like my weakest weakness, I would say within the job, and like, cause I used to work hospice a lot. The hardest part was like to watch them like physically pass and then tell the family like, hey, your loved one has passed. I think that's like my weak point with some of the people.
Okay. And tell me about a challenge or a conflict that you faced at work and how you dealt with it.
Okay. So a challenge. I used to have a client that used to like to play in her feces, and this was my first time dealing with the woman. And she had feces in her hair, her face, her teeth, anywhere you can think of, she's had it there. And that was like one of the most challenging things that I had to do because I had to clean her within like I had 2 hours, but it took a little longer than that. I feel like that was like a challenge because that was something that was new to me that I've never experienced in the care.
And where do you see yourself in 5 years?
In 5 years, hopefully I would be like a LPN or RN or maybe a flight nurse because I want to travel and still keep the same job.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Where are you leaving your current job?
Why am I leaving a current job?
Yes, where are you?
Because they're not supplying us with any of the like the masks, gloves, hand sanitizers. They're not supplying us with that. The hours there are crazy. And it's like they don't have enough staff there to cover mainly anything. Um, and I don't feel like the company itself is ran how a real company is supposed to be ran, you know, because they made it sound good in the beginning, but like once you got your foot in the door and you actually work, it was like totally different.
What are you looking for in this new position?
What am I looking for? I'm looking for communication because with this job that I currently have, the communication sucks horribly. So I look for the communication, the reliability, um, and like, yeah, I said those are like my main two things.
Okay. And what type of work environment do you prefer?
Um, I'd rather work by myself. I could work in a house. I can work in and I think it's called a nursing home. I can do any of those things as long as the environment is clean and is not dirty nor has bed bugs.
Okay. And what are your greatest professional strengths? Something that you consider to be a strength professionally?
One of my strengths is that I'm bilingual. I can speak and understand Spanish. I can't read it. Um, I feel like that's one of my strengths there. I feel that I'm a very social person. I feel like that's another strength. I can talk to anybody and they all feel comfortable.
And if I met your last boss and coworkers, how would they describe you?
Can you say that I'm a little slower? Your accent is a little strong.
Okay, how would your last boss and coworkers best describe you?
Um, they would describe me as I like to get money, so I take in a lot of shifts. You know, I don't mind taking in the shifts, and I barely call out. You know, like I'm always there. There's nothing really bad that they can say. I don't do anything.
How do you deal with pressure and stressful situations?
How do I deal with pressure or stress? Um, to be honest, I would still continue at my own pace and still like get the job done. It was just, you know, it's gonna have to be at a different pace and just working by how I know how to do things. Whether the person is under stress or not, I will still do how I know how to do it the right way.
Wow. What are your salary requirements?
What are my what?
Your salary requirements.
My sanitary requirements?
Yeah, your expected salary.
Oh, my expected salary. I'm sorry. Maybe about like $12 because that's what I make here at my job now. It's like $12 to $13. They offer bonuses and stuff, and it depends on how you guys are paid. Because I used to work for a company where like you would get a flat rate of 25 for like 2 hours to go take care of people, to like feed them, bathe them, meds, and then you out. And then like your hourly pay. So it's all depending on how you guys are, but I would expect maybe about $12.
Okay, sorry for that. So the job at Reliable Aid starts at $11 per hour. Is that something that you would be interested in?
You said the job starts at how much an hour?
11.
11. Okay.
All
Do you
right.
guys offer benefits?
I think that one the director and Mr. Casey will explain to you, but I'll forward that question to them.
Okay.
And do you have another question that I should forward to them?
Benefits and when do they start? Because I know some jobs it takes about maybe about 30 to 90 days before they start. If I could find that out too. And then I also want to know if you guys also supply us with like any gloves, masks, hand sanitizer, any of those things, or if I have to supply it on my own. Would there be like a tax form given so I could claim it on my taxes if I have to pay for it on my own?
Okay, I'll forward those questions to them, so I'm sure you'll get an email the answers.
Okay.
Thank you. So before I leave you to go, I'd like to ask or request a favor from you. Will you mind filling in a form to just let the director know and everyone else how I treated you?
Okay.
Thank you. So we have come to the end of the interview. In the meantime, please keep an eye on your email. Someone from the company will reach out to you. And if you need anything, please feel free to send me a message or call Casey.
Okay, I do have another question. Should I send over like my physical, my TB, my fingerprints? Should I send any of that over like to your email, or should I send it over to the next person that emails me?
After this, I'm going to send you an email with all the things that you need from you to send us.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sending you an email right after this.
Okay. And then like after this interview, I guess I would speak to like the director, with the director that let me know if I'm hired or not.
Yeah, I'll forward all the emails, all my communications with you to her so that she can assess everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, and I appreciate your time.
Thank you too. Have a nice day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.